So hello everyone, welcome. We're going to have a deep dive into our beautiful fleet of ships. Now, before we get going, if you don't know me, my name is Steph Adams and I'm the Training and Engagement Manager at P&O Cruises, and I'm joined by our lovely Angie Angelova, our Training Executive. So thank you so much everybody for your time for joining us today. So what will you expect out of today's webinar? Well, we're going to have a look at all 7 ships. We're going to look at what makes them individually unique. So I think that's really nice because when customers have worked out that P&O Cruises is a brand for them, we're going to look at what makes each of those ships have their own personality. We're going to look at what they offer and where they take our guests to holiday like never before. So how does that sound? Please do keep the reactions coming. So let's meet our beautiful fleet, shall we? Now, you'll see on this screen here, we've got 7 ships, or as I like to say, 1 ship for every day of the week. And travel agents and customers, indeed, both ask me, well, out of this fleet of ships, how on earth can I work out which ship is right for my customers? They already know that P&O Cruises is the brand for them. They know we offer incredible value holidays with all of those lovely touches from home and so much included in the price. But how out of 7 ships can you work out what ship's right for your customers? Now, before we break these down individually, I always encourage a travel agent to ask 2 important questions. 1, do you want a ship that's exclusively for adults or family friendly? And does size matter? Size of the ship really does matter. By asking those 2 key questions, you can break these ships down. You might want to go with a smaller ship of Arcadia and Aurora. Likewise, there also are exclusively for adult ships. Family-friendly ships range from our Azura and Ventura and Britannia up to our XL class of ship. So our ships in terms of size range from about 1,800 passengers up to over 5,000. So for me, I love being on a big ship. I love the most amount of facilities. I love trying a different bar and a restaurant every single night. But for some customers, we know that's overwhelming. So they may want to go with one of our smaller ships, or indeed not with the family ships. They want to go to those smaller ships too. So by asking those 2 key questions, it might just help you with distinguishing which ship is right for them. And essentially, we've got 3 classes of ship. Iona and Avia are XL class of ship. When we talk about them, we talk about freedom, variety, and innovation. We've got our large family-friendly ships, which are Britannia, our flagship, and the sisters of Azura and Ventura. And then we have our smaller ships, but by industry standard, they're mid-size ships in Arcadia and Aurora. But they are known for their discovery nature of their itineraries. And we're going to deep dive into all of this today. Now, I should have said, if you do have any questions, Angie is on standby in that chat function. So let's get cracking. And we're going to start with Iona, our first XL class of ship in the fleet. Now, Iona was designed to bring the outside in and make the sea the star. Now, she was named after the Scottish island. And wherever you stand on that island in Iona, you see the sea. And P&O Cruises loved that concept, so they really brought that through with her design. And you'll see that as we go through learning more about Iona. We bring that outside in through her 3-tiered glass wall that you can see here in the atrium. We're flooding the beating heart of that ship with that natural light. But we've also got concepts like the conservatory mini suites and the sky dome, where we truly make the sea the star. Now, she's got some really impressive stats too. She talks about being innovation meets exploration, and you'll discover that when we go into her destinations. But look at this, 5,200 guests can holiday like never before, with 1,800 crew taking care of everybody's needs. Now, she entered service in 2021 when she was named on a virtual naming ceremony by her godmother, Dame Irene Hayes. She's got 4 swimming pools, 18 whirlpools, and 6 of those are infinity whirlpools, 30 restaurants and bars, and 10 entertainment venues. You're never ever going to be bored or hungry on this ship. I think that's fair to say. Now, when we look at Iona, it's great to look at some of the firsts that have perhaps been rolled out onto our newer ship, Arvia. But it was brilliant to have something new to talk about. Likewise, with all of our ships, they've got those unique features. So when we first launched Iona, we also launched a new style of accommodation, the conservatory mini suites. Now, this extra space is just off of a balcony, and you can see that L-shaped seating area that leads out onto your balcony and into your cabin. Now, this is a perfect space, particularly for families. It could be for a great bit of extra space, or if perhaps the adults want to stay up later in the evening and the children are in bed, you've got that lovely social area. But this can be closed off by those bifold doors by day, by night, or as the mood takes you. Now, I loved having a conservatory mini suite on my last cruise to the fjords. Now, it was a bit of a chilly day sailing into the Nord Fjord of Olden, and you have to get up early to do that, trust me. And we sat with the bifold doors closed on this seating area as we sailed into Olden. And that was just incredible. So this seating area and this type of accommodation was really different for P&O Cruises, and again goes through with that concept. And they've been incredibly popular. Now, from our accommodation, we want to go to entertainment. Now, on Iona, we launched a new entertainment venue called the 710 Club, this low-lit, atmospheric live music venue. Now, if you love live music, the 710 Club is an absolute must. The band, they entertain our guests night after night with incredible sets. So definitely for entertainment, check out the 710 Club. Now, of course, entertainment is in abundance when we talk about Iona, particularly when we look at the Sky Dome. By day, a really relaxed venue, but by night, this venue comes alive. By day, you're sat round the pool. You're going to grab some ice cream. You're going to grab a bit of pizza. You're going to go in the whirlpool spa. But by night, that retractable stage comes across, and this comes a whole different concept. We've got a light laser show. We have aerial acrobatics with the aerialists flying across the Sky Dome on their silks. And we host bands and DJs in here to create a real party atmosphere. So the Sky Dome was incredible for us, and it's definitely a venue to visit. In other bits of entertainment, then of course we've got our full-screen cinema, our infinity swimming pools out on deck, and our first gin distillery too. Now, we partnered with Salcombe Gin to create our very own Maribel gin, and this is served across the fleet. But guests can take part in blending and tasting masterclasses too. So there's so many options. But what goes hand in hand with dining and drinking is, of course, what goes hand in hand with drinking is dining. And there are so many options. We said 30 places to drink and dine across this ship. Our first ever gastropub in the Keel of Cow, serving, quite frankly, the best burger at sea. The Olive Grove for a bit of Mediterranean flavour. And then, I love the Keys. Look at this, a fabulous multi-dining piazza, hook, line and vinegar for your fish and chips, fusion for your Asian cuisine. The katsu curry is amazing. And then you've got the boardwalk diner there as well for some southern fried chicken and burgers. This is included in the price of the holiday. So the options just keep coming with Iona, and there is so many entertainment and dining venues. But let me show you our top picks of the top 5. Compared to some incredible destinations with Iona. Now, she was, of course, designed to go to the Norwegian fjords in the summer months for 7 nights. But other itineraries that she has are 14 nights to the Spain, Portugal, and Canary Islands. And we also offer some Northern European city breaks. If you missed our summer 2026 launch as well, in summer of 26, aside from her 7-night fjords cruises, we've got some lovely Spain and France itineraries as well. So for anybody that's not travelled on Iona, there is lots of options. But because she was designed to go to the Norwegian fjords, let's just talk a little bit more about this beautiful area. Now, this is Olden, my favourite place, like waking up inside a postcard. Now, Iona will go to Stavanger, Haugesund, Ålesund, and then either Helisilt or Flam. So there is some variations for her itineraries. But newcomers absolutely love going to the Norwegian fjords. And trust me, you'll never ever go there on a land-based holiday. I went to Olden actually to try out some of the shore experiences for Iona, but it was before Iona was built. And to get there, I did a ferry, 2 flights and a long coach journey. Trust me, I'd rather be in my conservatory mini suite sailing in to the Nord Fjord. But going to the fjords is all about getting outside, whether it's kayaking, rib riding, crayfishing, hiking a glacier, you name it. It's the perfect place for anybody to go and soak up a bit of beautiful scenery, but to do something different. And here's our Iona insiders doing just that.
Wide grip, relaxed hands, soft shoulders. Come on, let's go.
Very peaceful.
It's very peaceful.
I have been to Norway before and I've never really known it be rough, to be honest. Once you're actually in the fjord, you're absolutely fine, aren't you?
Oh yeah, it's really clear.
It's like a mill pond.
So you could easily do this if you were a beginner, couldn't you?
Definitely.
You wouldn't have to have too many kayaking skills. Imagine coming in here on a cruise ship and just seeing that straight away.
Beautiful.
It's pretty cool.
Leave us alone.
Last one back gets the beers in. We're on it.
Who wants to come come to the Norwegian fjords on an Iona cruise? Well, you may just do that if you stay tuned for our Shine at Sea places to give away. Now, I need to get on, and I wanted to delve a bit deeper into Iona because, of course, that's what you've all come along for, right? To win those places. But let's move on to Arvia. Now, Arvia's name means from the seashore. And as we all know, and particularly us that live in the south, know that being by the sea is known for its relaxing and tranquility. And a holiday on board Arvia is exactly what that is all about. It's having relaxation at its heart. She's designed to help me see the world in widescreen. And she is designed to go to the Mediterranean in the summer months and the Caribbean in the winter. So she's got some beautiful itineraries that we will explore. Now, she was named in a beautiful beachside ceremony in Barbados with the one and only Nicole Scherzinger as her godmother. So Arvia is really wowing our guests. And again, you look at some really incredible stats. 5,200 guests, 4 pools, but one of those is an infinity pool with swim up bar. Plus she's got 10 infinity whirlpool spas and 8 other whirlpools. So she's the gift that keeps giving. 30 bars and restaurants and 8 entertainment venues. But you may think, well, how is she any different to Iona? Well, she is. That innovation, that variety came in abundance, but for something different. We're going to explore just a few of these things. I've got a lovely video to showcase that. Now, dining, and we know dining is so important for our guests, but check out the 6th Street Diner, and it's definitely a favourite of myself and Angie's. Think about the modern retro setting, atmospheric lighting, jukebox playing classic music, and then we serve the best of the stateside classics. I loved going for brunch here when it opened. I missed breakfast. I was always a bit late. So brunch is served here, included in the price. And the dinner and the atmosphere is just incredible. The staff make it a brilliant place to go. So the 6th Street Diner is a must. In other dining concepts, we've got our first fish and plant-based restaurants in Green & Co. featuring Mizuana for the sushi. And honestly, it is incredible. I think it's a bit untapped at the moment. I'm not sure everybody knows about it, but the cauliflower popcorn tempura, absolutely incredible. The chocolate earth plate for dessert, and just sitting at the sushi bar watching the sushi chefs is such a brilliant concept. So do check out our Life on Board section and have a look at the menus for Green & Co. and the 6th Street Diner, and it will bring to life some of the dining options that Arvia has. Now, who's up for an adventure? We like a bit of entertainment for all ages. So we're going to head up to deck 19. We're going to head up to altitude. Now, who's got a head for heights? Give me a thumbs up if you do, because this is our first ever high ropes adventure. This is going to appeal to all ages. There's 2 different courses, 54 metres above the sea level, but you're going to get spectacular views. So any high ropes fans, this is going to be testing you here. If, like me, you prefer to stay below the high ropes and have a game of competitive fun with your family, then we've got the tropical themed 9-hole mini golf course. Brilliant fun throughout the day or under the lights at dusk. So for any families wanting to have a bit of friendly competition, altitude is the place to head to. Just aside from that is Splash Valley for our little ones too. So think about interactive water features, lots of fun that kids can have running through these water features and taking in. The parents are going to have those spectacular views too. Now, also in entertainment on Arvia is our mission control. And that is just here, getting used to Prezi. This is our first immersive experience where guests will work together to solve puzzles and clues. It's really interactive. The floor moves. You feel like you are in a submarine. And I think a customer did even ask one of our staff, am I actually under the water? They're not, they're in an immersive experience, but mission control is an absolute must on Arvia. If that all sounds a bit energetic, then of course we've got those swimming pools, we've got the swim up bar, but let Ollie Smith take you on a lovely tour of Arvia.
Welcome to Arvia, our sunshine ship. Every detail has been designed to celebrate the balmy climate, sparkling ocean views, and colourful cultures of her spectacular destinations. From the paradise islands of the Caribbean to the magnificent Mediterranean. With inviting outdoor spaces that make the sea the star of the show and unique onboard experiences. Delicious drinks and dining day and night, from indulgent high-end cuisine to relaxed poolside snacks. And world-class entertainment for the whole family, serene spas and endless sea views. If you want to know what makes Arvia tick, look no further than the iconic Sky Dome, an innovative design that brings the outside in. It's a relaxed place to drink, dine and unwind poolside by day, and an entertainment venue with serious wow factor by night. It's what Arvia is all about, capturing the essence of incredible destinations and creating immersive, unforgettable experiences. Like Mission Control, a unique and exclusive escape game combining multimedia simulation and live-action storytelling to create a thrilling underwater odyssey. Arvia is proudly home to the first rum distillery at sea, with a custom-made still in Anderson's bar producing delicious, one-of-a-kind rum. Ideal for an authentic Caribbean rum punch or a perfect pina colada, best served with show-stopping ocean views. There's a menu and a venue for every occasion. 6th Street Diner serves up the spirit of the classic all-American diner with seriously tasty soul food. At Green & Co, featuring Mizuhana, exciting menus showcase innovative plant-based dishes along with fresh and stylish sushi plates. Or perhaps you'd rather sip something cool while lounging in the pool. You're on holiday after all. Step forward, Arvia's Swim Up Bar. Views for days. Altitude Deck delivers adventures for the whole family. Tropical island-themed mini-golf, an adrenaline-pumping high ropes challenge, a sports arena, and a splash and paddle zone for little guests. And as sunny days melt into starry nights, Arvia's impressive entertainment venues, shows and experiences take centre stage. Including the Amber Lounge, where glamour, good times and expertly crafted drinks combine, all accompanied by show-stopping aerial performances. All this and more delivered by Arvia's superb crew, devoted to holiday happiness. Arvia has it all.
Wants to come on holiday on Arvia? Well, you can go to the Mediterranean or the Caribbean. You've got some beautiful variations of those itineraries, so do check them out. Even with the Mediterranean, if guests have done it time and time again, there's 2 variations, Spain and France or Spain, France and Italy. So check that out. But what a way to island hop around the Caribbean. I can picture myself in that swim up bar, sailing past St. Lucia, Grenada, Tortola, to name but a few. So check out those itineraries. So that's our XL class of ship. Freedom, variety and innovation. Shall we move on? Let's move on to Britannia, our beautiful flagship. And she's got some impressive stats for our largest of our large family-friendly ship. 3,647 guests, 4 pools, 27 restaurants and bars, and 8 entertainment venues. Now, if you've ever been on a webinar with me, you probably know that she entered service in 2015, and it was one of my proudest career moments of working for P&O Cruises, watching our late Queen name this beautiful ship. So it was spectacular to see. Now, Avia is very different to our other ships in design, and you'll see that when you step on board, because you are instantly wowed by this starburst. She's all about that contemporary glamour. But she was actually designed by Richmond International, that have designed some really famous hotels all around the world. So that's why she looks a little bit different. Now, top tip about Britannia is that there is no central staircase. So for me, I like booking a cabin at the front or the back so I can nip up and down the stairs without having to use the central lifts. So just something to bear in mind, there is no central staircase. And guests always do point out that there's no full promenade deck. Guests can go to the back of the ship at deck 18 and go around a bit of the promenade, but not a full deck. But top tip with the cabins, for me, I just nip up and down the stairs depending on where I'm going. Now, unique features of Britannia, we have to start with the Cookery Club. Now, how cool is this? We said after destination, dining is a really important reason that guests choose to cruise. And this Cookery Club is the first of its kind at sea. There's all sorts of classes that guests can get involved with. And it's brilliant. They go into these state-of-the-art kitchens. We've got professional chefs that talk them through these master classes. And when Marco Pierre-White, who is indeed our P&O Cruises food hero, when he's on board, he will take the master classes too. So the godfather of British cooking, who would not want to be part of that? But this is a really cool area to go. So if guests want to learn a new talent, want to learn how to cook at sea, the Cookery Club is incredible. Likewise, Britannia saw the first ever Limelight Club. Now, we do have this now on Iona and Avia, but it was on Britannia that guests started to know and love the Limelight Club. Now, this is a low-lit, atmospheric supper club, if you like. It's a brilliant place to go for your dinner of an evening, but we combine that beautiful food with incredible entertainment. So I last saw Levoix, the drag show, when I was on board. So she was up on stage regaling her tales. She was absolutely hilarious, giving us some songs in between our courses of a sumptuous 3-course meal. And it was a whole evening of entertainment. But we get brilliant entertainers come on board with us. My mum was delighted to see Toya Wilcox and Chesney Hawkes. But there's always so many familiar names coming on board to entertain our guests at the Limelight Club. Now, do we have any dancers in the audience? Because one thing I love to point out with Britannia is that she's very different, is that we have got a crystal room on board. Now, on all of Britannia's itineraries, we have dance instructors to teach our guests how to dance. And it's brilliant. Our guests can put their practice into perfection. A live band entertains everyone in the crystal room. And let me tell you, this is packed of an evening of guests waltzing and salsaing all around the dance floor. So if any of you are taking up dance classes or like to keep fit with that, or you've got customers indeed that do like to dance, then Britannia offers something unique for us. Now, you may have heard the news. She has just gone in for a multi-million-pound refit, and we're talking millions of pounds have been invested in updating, giving her a fresh new colour palette, and really just enhancing the already glamorous contemporary glamour that is Britannia. Now, we know we've also made her a bit lighter. We've put some lighter and brighter contemporary touches on Britannia to be like Avia and Iona. But look at some of the areas that have been replaced. The sunset bar's got some welcoming colours. There's all new furniture. The crystal room's got a brand new colour scheme, and you'll see that when we release more pictures later in the week. There's new dance floors in the Live Lounge and the Limelight Club. There's new furniture and tiles in the Lido pool and the Serenity pool. We've got a brand new mouth-watering lot of selection at the Market Cafe. In fact, we've got our first ever gelato-filled donuts at sea, which is in conjunction with Snowflake Luxury Gelato. Does anyone fancy one of those? Because I certainly do. But look, you can see from these pictures here, we've got fantastic new furnishings and a fresh new look through Brody's, some of our cabins, through the Freedom and Club restaurants. So look out in the coming weeks, because there's going to be lots of new images to see how we have elevated our flagship even further. Now, I've had some brilliant holidays on board Britannia, but there is so much variety in her itineraries. In the Caribbean for the winter, that is where she's based. We sail out on Britannia around October time, and she's based out of Barbados, offering 14-night cruises. Typically 9 different islands in one holiday. And I loved ziplining in Antigua and going out on a catamaran in St. Lucia out to the Pitons. She is perfect for the Caribbean itineraries. But in the summer, she has a very varied programme. From Northern Europe and Scandinavia, going to Copenhagen, Tallinn and Helsinki, to peak Mediterranean 14-night cruises in the summer holidays, to even offering 7-night holidays to the Norwegian fjords. Now, don't worry, I know Iona goes up there, but we do vary where she goes. So we might visit places like Skjolden and Kristiansand to make that slightly different to Iona's itineraries. So she has a huge variety of itineraries, all from Southampton in the summer or flying out to the Caribbean in the winter. But one cruise I've got to point out is her 10-year anniversary cruise, which departs on the 6th of June, 2025. Now, this is going to be a very, very special cruise. There's going to be all sorts of guest entertainers on board, lots of surprises, and there's going to be loads of activities to mark the occasion. Now, I can't give away what's coming, but guests on this ship, on this anniversary cruise, are going to have the best time. It is a round Britain cruise, so we can showcase our flagship off to everyone at home. But there is 2 full days in Liverpool, so I'm sure guests will really enjoy exploring there. So one to get on the back of for sure. So Britannia, contemporary glamour, we know she is fabulous. We're going to move on to our other large family-friendly ships now, and we'll start with our social paradise at sea, which is, of course, Azura. Now, did you know she's the only ship in the fleet that does not come into Southampton? In the summer, she's based in Malta, and then in the winter, she's based in Tenerife. So she really is a good ship to go and soak up some sunshine. She takes 3,100 guests, 4 pools, 6 whirlpool spas, and 22 restaurants and bars with 8 entertainment venues. She entered service in 2010, and her godmother is the ballerina Dame Darcy Bustle. So a fabulous ship. But what are you going to do when you want to soak up the sunshine with Azura? It's, of course, maximise your time outside. And there's some unique features for Azura. Now, I know these unique features, there's so many on all of these ships, right? But look at Azura, at this sea screen, which is great fun. Now, there is so much more here than the pool. It's an open-air cinema. So the screen sits proudly above the pool and guests can take in classic and family-friendly movies, and it's a really good fun place to be. Soak up the sun and take in the atmosphere. But you can see from the pictures at the top here, you've really got lots and lots of space to really enjoy the outside. Another feature that guests can enjoy outside, which is featured now on our other ships, but our first retreat was on board Azura. Now, the retreat is an alfresco spa area, if you're not sure what that is. Now, this is brilliant to have an adult exclusive area on a family-friendly ship. You can get day passes up to this relaxation area, or you can do it as part of a package. But you've got some private cabanas, you've got some lovely furniture there, you can really relax with waiter service. Healthy breakfast and lunch is served, afternoon tea is brought up to you as well, and it's a really relaxed atmosphere. So definitely worth doing, and gets very busy on sea days. A great spa area. There's even areas where you can get a massage or any of your spa treatments done out in that fresh air. So with Azura being our social paradise at sea, out in the sunnier climes, it's maximising the time outside. But for guests inside, I've got to take you to my favourite wine bar. I've got to take you to the Glass House. Now, the Glass House has been so popular since we launched her on Azura. It's on all of our ships now, apart from Arcadia. But this wine bar is where we have a specially curated menu from Ollie Smith. Now, he specially selects the wine, and this can go with small plates, tapas, or some delicious food in here. For anyone looking for a relaxed, informal evening, the Glass House is a place to go. Now, a top tip of mine is to have the flights of wine. Celebration night, you're dressed in your finest, you're going to go and have a lovely flight of fizz. So definitely one to get and visit to. Now, like I said, she is built for the sunshine. So with her deployment, we do change that from summer to winter. And you can see here 2 variations of our holidays in the summer. 7 nights and a 14-night on top. Now, with our Fly Mediterranean cruises, we can fly our guests out to Malta from London, Manchester, Birmingham, Bristol, Belfast, East Midlands, Newcastle and Glasgow. So I hope wherever you're watching today, give me a thumbs up if there is a regional airport that you can get your customers to fly out to Malta. Now, what I love about the Fly Med programme is that we can offer 7 and 14-night holidays to either the Central, Eastern or Western Med. So you're taking in places like, for Central Med, you're going to go to Dubrovnik or that beautiful Croatian coast, Zadar and Corfu, Kotor in Montenegro. Eastern Mediterranean itineraries are where you're going to get the wealth of Greek destinations like Athens, Rhodes, Mykonos and Santorini. Or the Western Med is where you see the Italian ports of call. And I've just come back from the Leaning Tower of Pisa. It wasn't sunny when I was there, but I did go and see the Leaning Tower of Pisa. So you can do lots of the Italian ports. 7 or 14-night options. What a great holiday. Now, in the winter, you can go and island hop around the Canary Islands. So there's so much variety. Again, 7 or 14 nights with overnight stays in Tenerife. In fact, on the 14-night options, I think you get 2 overnight stays in Tenerife, which is perfect for family fun at the water park or go stargazing up the top of Mount Tady. These are brilliant itineraries to get, particularly this one, some winter sun, flying straight to the sun in 4 hours. Who likes the idea of Azura? Now, just to check you're all still with me, quick question for you. Which venue can you have a flight of wine? Pop your answer in the chat. I'm hoping you're still all with me. And those comments are going wild. Fabulous. Now we're going to move on to her sister ship, Ventura. Now, Ventura is our fun all-rounder, slightly smaller than Azura, 3,078 guests. But again, 21 restaurants, 8 entertainment venues, and her godmother is Dame Helen Mirren. So we've got some fabulous godmothers in our fleet, haven't we? Everything from actresses to Dame Irene Hayes. We've just got it covered. Now, Ventura is based out of Southampton all year round. And despite me telling my family up north, it's always sunny in the south, it's not. And so it's very important that over the Beachcomber pool, we've got a retractable roof. So when Ventura sails across to the Caribbean from Southampton in the winter months, guests can take advantage of having the swimming pool, but not worrying about the weather. Now, speaking of my family up north, and speaking of families, a unique feature for Ventura and Azura is our family suites. Now, did you know there's a grade on both of these ships, the BE grade of cabin, where they can take 6 guests? Now, I'm not sure any of you may know this, but what this is, it consists of a balcony cabin, but then with an internal cabin attached. You can see the internal cabin here. Now, this is not bookable on Polar Online. You do need to call the partnership help desk. But for families wanting to book, for families up to 6, it's great to know that Ventura and Azura can both offer the BE grade of cabin. So a lovely, unique feature. Now, there is so much to do on board Ventura, from the Arena Theatre to the Video Arcade to the Tamarind Lounge and a Cuban-themed nightclub. But let me show you in a video rather than me talking you through every venue. Right. I'm still getting used to using Prezi. So here we go. So we're going to just move on now to her destinations. And again, there is so much variety with Ventura. Short breaks, Spain, Portugal and the Canary Islands, to a fabulous 35-night crossing over to Bermuda, the Bahamas, Belize, New Orleans and Miami, all from Southampton. So she has a wealth of itineraries, does Ventura. So definitely a firm favourite in the fleet. Now I'm going to move on to the smallest ships in the fleet, but like I say, small but mighty. And I say that about our team actually, Angie. We're a small but mighty training team of 2. And Arcadia and Aurora, they do appeal to our most loyal guests. Past guests come back to these ships time and time again. Guests love them for their discovery itineraries. These are the ships that go around the world in 99 or 100 nights. They go in search of the Northern Lights. They have longer itineraries, even to the Mediterranean, where we can really get our guests to immerse themselves in the destinations. So these really do appeal to a lot of past guests. Now let's start with Arcadia, a mid-sized ship with a big personality. She's known as our indulgent explorer, and she's got a real sense of luxury and adventure. But guests really do enjoy that she feels very calm. She's a very relaxed atmosphere, but she's got a real chic design as well. 2,094 guests, still enjoying 15 restaurants and bars, 2 pools, 1 with a retractable roof, which is brilliant when she's going around the world. And she entered service in 2005, where Olympic gold medalist Dame Kelly Holmes became her godmother. Now, fun fact about Arcadia is that she's the only ship in the fleet that's got glass-fronted lifts for the best views at sea. So if you're ever on Arcadia, definitely go in those lifts. You get some brilliant views. But she's also got over 3,000 works of art. So for anybody that loves art, Arcadia is definitely a ship for them to explore. Now, at P&O Cruises, we're incredibly proud of our theatre and production shows, but can you imagine yourself immersing yourself in our Palladium-style theatre? She's also got a boutique cinema, and then she's got an art gallery too, so those art lovers will still continue to learn so much. There's dance classes on board, we've got sports courts and even golf nets to keep our guests entertained. But one unique dining venue that is completely unique, she's the only ship in the fleet to have this, is the Ocean Grill. Now check it out, and if you want to see the menu, do check out our Life on Board section on our Learn and Earn Hub. The Ocean Grill has a menu by Marco Pierre White. Now, I didn't mention, Marco Pierre White is our food hero across the fleet. And on celebration night, where everyone gets dressed up, everyone in the main restaurants can dine on a menu designed by Marco Pierre White. But this is a specially designed menu where you can dine at the Ocean Grill. Now, this is chargeable, but it's fabulous. Starters start things like Devonshire crab cocktail and the rillets of Iberian ham. Main courses can be a fish or a grill dish, and there's incredible dishes such as a 10-ounce, put your teeth in, premium grade, 28-day aged Australian Black Angus sirloin steak. Blimey, that's hard to say, isn't it? But it will taste incredible. There's a brilliant menu that can be had here. So you've got fish and seafood options or the grill options. You're taking in those sea views as well from the windows at the back. And this is a real unique feature of Arcadia. So if you like to talk about dining, you like to talk about something unique, then certainly talk about that on Arcadia. But so much to do, from her pools to our incredible pub on board, the rising sun. The only thing that will remind you that you're not in an old country pub is the sea views that are passing you by. But Arcadia is a favourite for doing the world cruise. And what a holiday that is. 99 nights or 100 nights going around the world to over 29 destinations in one holiday. Now, some of our customers do this as a once-in-a-lifetime experience, and others choose to do it as a lifestyle choice to escape the winter. But what a way to go and see the Golden Gate Bridge or visit Alcatraz, sample some Sauvignon Blanc in New Zealand or snorkel in the Whitsundays. Arcadia, because of her size, can go into some incredible ports around the world. So she's really famous and past guests come back to her for that world cruise. Now, if you're like me, you don't have 99 or 100 nights. She does have shorter itineraries exploring the British Isles, Norway and Iceland, the Mediterranean, and even over to North America and Canada. A very interesting cruise for 2026 is her solar eclipse cruise, which departs on the 5th of August. She'll be perfectly placed in Isafjorda to witness that solar eclipse. So do check that out. Now, I know we want to get to giving away those shine at sea places. So let's just finish off with our smallest ship in the fleet, Aurora. 1,874 guests, 3 pools, 19 restaurants, and 7 entertainment venues. Now, can you believe she entered service in 2000 and her godmother is Princess Anne? Now, when you step on board Aurora, you are instantly wowed. Now, her atrium spans 4 decks, which is really very unique, but you are met with this 35-foot sculpture, which is just incredible. It gives the atrium a real serene feel. And there's bars around the atrium, so really lovely to go and sit in this lovely area. And the pictures on celebration night coming down the atrium are just spectacular. There's the crow's nest on board. We've got show lounges. We've got lots and lots of options on board Aurora, and I've got a video to bring that to life. But a unique feature for Aurora is her 2-tiered penthouse suites. Now, hands up if you can see yourself in one of these, because I absolutely can. These are the A1 grade of suite, the piano suite or the library suite. And there's 2 of these on each, 2 of those types on the ship. Now, you're going to imagine relaxing downstairs. Perhaps your butler has bought you your dinner to relax in your cabin, whilst going up and filling your full-size whirlpool bath with water to relax in. You're going to want to be part of these suites. Now, our suites are, again, lifestyle. But when you're going to some incredible destinations and you want those home comforts, check out those A1 grade of suites, and these go first, let me tell you. But these are completely unique to the fleet. Now, Aurora, while she's our smallest ship in the fleet, let's show you around, shall we? So just because she's smaller in size, still so much on board. And look, guests love traveling on board with her. We take our guests to have some incredible adventures. In 2025, she's got a 65-night holiday exploring the Amazon and the Caribbean. And then in 2026, she's got a 75-night holiday exploring all that South America has to explore. South America, not South Africa, South America. Destinations like Rio de Janeiro and Montevideo. Incredible holidays. Imagine being in one of those A1 suites, soaking up the sunshine, and looking out at the sea views. Now, other bucket list adventures that guests can have when they travel on Aurora is going in search of the Northern Lights. Didn't have to go very far the other night, did we? But imagine being on our beautiful ship, or going around the Mediterranean. Now, because of her size, she can go into ports like Tangier in Morocco or Salerno in Italy. So we talk about the discovery itineraries with both Arcadia and Aurora, because if you compare the Norwegian Fjords cruises or the Mediterranean cruises to some of our larger ships, you'll really see the difference in those itineraries. So that is our incredible fleet. And I hope you can see that each one offers something very, very different. But they all come with that incredible service that we know at P&O Cruises comes as standard, and so many dining options and entertainment around the clock. A big, big thank you. So look, I hope you've enjoyed this webinar as much as I enjoyed talking about our fleet. I hope it's given you a deep enough dive, but there is still so much to learn about our ships. If you would like to learn more, we've got the Learn and Earn Hub. We've got 360-degree tours of our ships, of all the venues. So please go and check those out, because each ship has their own unique personality. They offer something different, and it is incredible what they have on board these beautiful ships. So thank you so much, everybody. I wish you all the very best of luck. From both myself and Angie, good luck. Thank you for listening, and we'll see you very soon. Take care now. Bye-bye.